Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless collective love reading for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of today. Please use these readings to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody newly guided. Let's call in our spirit guides. Let's see what they have for us today. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you need us to know? I am listening for you now. Let's see what we have. Watching. Somebody is obsessed with you. Okay. Keeping an eye on you. I don't know whether it's in a good way or in a bad way just yet, but somebody is definitely obsessing over you. Okay, so let's see where that goes. I've got future plans, taking steps towards future plans, a key, a little bit of a key to a home, future home. You're my key to you're the key to my future. Something like that. So this person could be thinking, you know, I want more with you. I have gossip. People are talking. Don't let other people's opinions affect this connection. Nobody gets to decide who you're in a relationship with but you and this person. So don't listen to anything anybody else is saying. It's kind of like listening to rumors that maybe aren't even true. So don't let somebody else influence you. And I have a rocky road, facing obstacles. So you could be thinking, this person is interesting. There's a sense of asking around. There's a sense of, what am I getting into? So you could be on the fence with, is this person good for me or not? Maybe you've just met this person. Maybe you have just started talking to this person. So we want to see if this is somebody, Spirit, is this somebody that's going to move forward? Are they good for my future self, my higher self? Is this somebody I want to be involved with? That's the bigger question. I have a Knight of Pentacles, slow-moving energy. Queen of Swords. The Fool. And I have a Tower. Okay, so a sudden change, upheaval, chaos. I almost feel like as I'm entering into this connection, there is an episode that happens. So this person may have to break ties with someone else, not putting you in a third-party situation, but maybe they've been talking to somebody else. Maybe, you know, there's somebody who wants more with them, but they don't really want more. But you don't want anybody attached to this person. So there's a little bit of a kind of whirlwind energy going into it. So it's not like smooth sailing. So I can definitely see when some red flags are coming up. I can definitely feel this sense of, I want to say, being very kind of cautious with this Queen of Wands. Okay, I want to say that this Queen of Wands is taking her energy seriously and isn't going to just allow anybody into their energy. So if this person has a lot of chaos around them, or there's a situation that they're in, you might not want anything to do with it. So right now I feel like we have to kind of see if this person's willing to make some choices and ready to decide if they are going to make a change in their life in order to be in this connection. So that's important. So there's some kind of whirlwind, chaos energy before I even enter into this. All I can think of is, you meet this person when they're like, you know how like when you're in the middle of a move and you're living out of boxes and you're trying to get the electricity turned on and you're trying to get, things, taken care of. So there's almost this sense of this person has just some kind of whirlwind around them, and they just happen to meet you at about the same time. So part of me feels like it could be, just as simple as a physical move. It could be a change in jobs. It could be even a death in their family, something like that. Or it could be they're cutting ties with somebody that they really don't want to be in a relationship with, but they have feelings, there's some kind of connection there. They've been, dating this person for maybe a little while. So you're not interested in a third party connection either. I have a star, an Aquarius energy. I have hope for this connection. So there's a part of me that says, I feel like I've just met the right person, but I also feel like Spirit is asking me to be patient and to wait and to let this person kind of resolve this, and then let that door open with more of a clean slate. And yeah, Capricorn, like I'm not interested in kind of getting involved in a situationship. Okay. I'm definitely, as tempted as I am and as tempted as they are, I'm not interested in allowing that into my life. So you're being smart. I'd rather be alone than to and hold on to this Queen of Swords energy, because I feel like I had said Queen of Wands earlier, it's Queen of Swords, to hold on to this feeling of I'm in control, no matter what, I'm in control. So whoever this person is, they could be the perfect person for you. So the timing might be just a little off. The timing might not be quite there yet to get to this Fool card, but the passion is there. The interest is there. And I definitely feel the temptation. They're saying my younger self would have made a different choice. Your younger self would have said, you know what the heck, I'll take the risk. Your present self is saying, I want things to be right. If I'm going to enter into some kind of connection with somebody, it's got to be right. Otherwise, it's not going to work in the long run. So there is a part of me that says no to this temptation, and is patience everything? Let's see. Sometimes I know you don't want to hear it. Sometimes Spirit just puts us on pause, especially with a certain individual that, they're like, what, if it's meant to be, it will come back to you, or you'll hear from this person again in a few months when the chaos is kind of out of their life. When they don't have a situation going on, you'll hear from this person again. So a little bit of the timing going on here. Let's ask a question. These are little questions. Yeah. To pass, what will happen if I take this action, and what effect will it have on my life? I feel like like I said, I think I just answered that. My higher self is saying, you've got to wait. Part B is you've got to wait and get the chaos out of your life. And then path A would have been, I don't care. I want this person. I'm tempted. And I just kind of throw myself into this connection. But maybe that was your younger self, your naive self. You hadn't learned a lesson about situations or complicated relationships. So that's a part of you that, you've already learned that lesson, is how I feel. What are my best qualities, and how can I put them to use? Okay, so let's take a look at that for a minute, because if they're putting you on hold, okay, for some reason, they either have you learning something about yourself, or they're preparing you for this union in the future, that this person does come back with availability, emotional availability. Maybe they're just not ready. They have too much chaos. They have too much going on in their life. They're wrapping up a divorce. They just moved. They just separated, something like that. They're just not ready. Even though you think that they would be great, in your heart they need time. So what are my best qualities? That's always a good question. What will this person love about you? What will anybody love about you? So let's see if they'll answer. Love. This came into me as you're the center, okay? That you're the center of it all, that people are drawn to you, that, they see that kind of loving heart, that loving center in you. So you are definitely, I'm just going to say, it looks like a moving molecule, right? Like you're always in motion. So kind of this emotion of love, clarity. You could see things very clear. Maybe you can read people. Maybe you have a really great understanding of truth. So you use that to your advantage. That feels good. And then unconditional. Yeah, you're willing to give unconditional love to somebody, but I do feel like you're looking for that soulmate, okay? And there's a part of you that's saying, I'm not going to settle for less, and they'll feel that unconditional love. That's why somebody's going to fall in love with you. The second question was, how can I best put them to use? How can I put these things, these qualities to use? That's a good question. So it's all about love and clarity. And how can I use that? Forgiveness. Okay. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others. I also felt like you were a mediator there for a second, that you were kind of the in-between person bringing two other people together. So you could be somebody that brings the family together during a difficult time. You could be the person who keeps the family together when people are upset with each other, that you force them to talk to each other, force them to let bygones be bygones. So that could be a really good quality in you. I have you're a great listener. I love that. So you listen with your heart, you listen with this clarity and love, and you stay in the present. I love this beautiful peacock, a little bit of a showing off your value there, showing off your feathers. So Spirit is saying, look at how much you have to offer, everything from unconditional love to you are, just being in the present. So you have so much to offer somebody. And that's what somebody's going to fall in love with. They're going to fall in love with your soul and your energy. So it is a feeling of, if I have to wait, I'm going to wait, because I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm not going to come first. I have a Lover's card. I love it. I think that you know that you're worthy. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm not going to invite chaos into my life. That's somebody else's monkeys and somebody else's crazy. And when you have less going on in your life, you are more than welcome to reach out again. But I just feel like you pause a certain person right now. It could be your soulmate. You could put your soulmate on hold. That's okay. You could put your twin flame on hold and just say, you're not ready for me. I know you're not ready for me. When you are ready for me and you're able to give me what I need emotionally, then we'll see. We'll give it a chance. I want something that's more equal. Okay, so maybe you're feeling this person is not in a position of giving you what you want. Maybe you're looking for a future with somebody, and this person's definitely not in a position to give you what you want. They're married to somebody else. You don't want that. Somebody's got to move on. So they have to move on in order to have you. Spirit, will they make a decision? This feels like a decision, doesn't it? It feels like, bottom of the deck, I have a 6 of Cups. Six of Cups and Eight. Let's go with these for a second, because I do feel like they have to untie themselves in order to live the life that they are born to live, or the life that they've always wanted. So, like I said, I mean, I don't think that they're married. I feel like it's somebody that has been in their energy for a little while. They want more. This person isn't really as into them. So, but they still feel like some kind of obligation to them for some reason. They're the type of person that doesn't want to hurt somebody. And you get it, you know, it's hard to just, you know, push somebody out of your life because that person, you know, is going to be sad. So they feel trapped in some ways, but they're not. But they have to decide for themselves that they have to let this go. They have to move on from that situation in order to have you. So, yeah, I think you're going to say no to somebody who isn't 100% available. Okay. So I guess going into it, that's something that you have to ask yourself, you know, is this person truly available to me? Let's get some loving energy. Let's see what they want for you. Spirit, what is it that you want for us? They gave you a lot of information about why somebody's going to love you today. So I have lean in anyway. Okay. Leaning into yourself, even when it's hard. Number 48. You kind of covered, it's kind of like I'm hiding behind something. I don't want you to hide behind something. You know, a little bit of a fake it till you make it, or, you know, just dress up and show up, even when you don't feel like you know what's going on. You know, kind of lean into what's best for you. I have walk each other home. Now that's beautiful. I mean, that is a soulmate energy. There is going to be a day where you feel that we are meant to be together, and it will be a better timing is how I feel. So do I want to say perfect, you know, perfect person, but not the right timing? Probably is what's going on. And they're saying it's really not that far away. It's just a matter of months or weeks, but we've got to stand our ground. There's something about you standing up for yourself and saying, no, I'm not going to allow you to have both. You can't keep dating other people and be with me. Okay. So, or sleep with me. Like, that's not an option. So, I think it's just a matter of a couple of weeks or a month or so that this person does that clean cut and then is all in. So it's not that far away, but you're going to have to be strong during this period of waiting. You really are. Don't give in. Exposing your heart. You feel like you've exposed your heart to this person, and maybe you have. Maybe you've let them know that you really want to be with them and you really care about them, or you will. And you feel very vulnerable right now. But you know what? At the end of the day, you love yourself more. And that's what you have to say to them, that I am going to allow the universe to work, and allow the universe, you know, I mean, if it's meant to be, it will be. Okay. And I think you have to just walk that walk. You know, you just have to say, if this person's supposed to be in my life, then they will come back under the right conditions. And I feel like that is something you just have to really hold on to and be really, really strong about. Otherwise, you're putting yourself into a situationship, and you don't want that. So do not allow your vulnerability, the excitement, you know, all of the above. Okay, I want to see what they want you to surrender to just for today. Spirit, what would you like us to surrender to? We've got a lot of feelings on the table. What is it that you need us to surrender to today? Surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So don't put so much energy into, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's my future? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? Let them get through whatever chaos and situation is going on in their life. That's not your problem. It's not yours to fix. When they have a clean slate and they are emotionally available, physically available, that is when they will come back to you. And that's when you'll know that now the timing is better. Okay. So we have to wait out the timing. In the meantime, stay in the present. Don't overthink it. Enjoy yourself. Have fun and trust. I mean, this is definitely a feeling of trusting and allowing for today. Sometimes it's hard, right? And allowing the universe to work for you. Okay. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hit that like and subscribe button. Love for you to join us. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMamolinsPsychicMedium.com. I did upload some new half-hour love readings on my website recently. I put the information in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your reading today, and we'll see you all again real soon.